Holocaust revisionist Ernst Zundel was assaulted by the JDL outside a Canadian court. His house was firebombed by the JDL, totaling over $400,000 in damages, but the JDL was never charged. He was later labeled a white supremacist and a threat to national security by the ADL and detained without trial, despite having no criminal record. He was eventually deported to Germany, and at the age of 66, he was sentenced to 5 years in prison for Holocaust denial. 73-year-old German lawyer and free speech activist Horst Mahler was sentenced to 11 years in prison for Holocaust denial. Ernst Zundel and Horst Mahler's lawyer, Sylvia Stolz, was sentenced to 3.5 years in prison for representing them. She got out and enjoyed freedom for a few years. Then at the age of 52, she was sent back to prison for 20 months for Holocaust denial. British historian David Irving was sentenced to 3 years in prison for Holocaust denial.
For me to be standing here on trial for an opinion I expressed 16 years ago as a historian is ridiculous.
Ursula Haberbeck, an 87-year-old German grandmother, was sentenced to 10 months in prison for Holocaust denial. 87 years old.
As the controversy grew, Williamson was expelled from Argentina, where he had been living, and German authorities announced that they might bring criminal charges against him. In Germany and some other European countries, it is a crime to deny, justify, or play down World War II genocide of Europe's Jews. And German authorities claim the right to prosecute anyone, anywhere, who makes denial remarks that can be accessed through the internet. Let's put this in perspective. Bishop Williamson's unconventional views are not limited to this one issue. He has repeatedly said that 9/11 was an inside job. That is, that the September 11, 2001 terror attacks in New York and Washington were organized by the U.S. government. But no one has demanded that Williamson apologize for charging that high-level U.S. officials carried out mass murder of their own fellow citizens. Indeed, if the U.S. government were to insist on such an apology, it would rightly be regarded as an act of arrogant effrontery. Williamson's nonconformist views about crimes committed in the United States 7 years ago are considered strange but inconsequential. But his dissident views about the treatment of Jews in Europe more than half a century ago are treated as thought crimes.